Let me. Hi, you guys. How are you doing?
Hello.
Doing pretty good.
Doing pretty good. Everything coming together. I've been trying to grade in the background. Let me know if some of that makes sense or doesn't make sense.
Everything's clear.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. I wanna, I wanna basically have a Zoom, just get some final thoughts going. I know hear from you, have insights if you have any, but also want to point out a few things for once. If the discussion, the final discussion on the project, even if you do not have the video, go into the discussion and say something like, you know, we don't have the video yet, because for some it was difficult to do that, but do partake in the discussion and learn from each other's presentations, because we have plenty of really good presentations that were created this time. I'm really proud of all of you doing that. And so partake in that discussion. And also, if you have been given feedback, make sure you go check once in a while before the class is finished, if you don't get notifications to see, because it is very valuable to hear from the classmates of what they liked about your work and what maybe you can do a little bit, because it's like an external view is always very much different than a self-reflective view. At least that's what I experienced with doing presentations and then reading my own again, and like it goes back and forth, what should flow, what doesn't flow, and but then even watching myself is helpful, even though very painful, of course, hearing my own voice. But then also somebody else giving me feedback is very, very helpful. So make sure take advantage of that, even if, you know, it's always quite a little difficult, because I asked you guys to be somewhat a little critical with each other on that. I had a question in the Padlet about the videos after the class. Are they still accessible? And they are accessible. I have a YouTube channel. It's Doc Muley, DOCMULI. I didn't even pull it up. I can pull it up real quick. And in there, I have all the videos organized. They're actually just open videos. And look at that. That was from last time. I think your channel. So the channel is Christoph Muhlinghaus, or I think you also reach it with Doc Muley, DOCMULI. And then if you go here in the playlists, you can see that, right?
Yes.
Okay. You go here in the playlists. I got a couple of, oh, these might be private. I'm not so sure why these show up. But here, these are my businessy things, chiropractic things. But here is of integration sessions. These are where the questionnaires are done. These are the anatomy videos, and these are the in-class videos, and then these are the course videos. And if you go into a playlist, ooh, that was
too large.
I'm so sorry.
We are made of atoms.
All right, there you go. They are all organized according to, you know, chronological. So you have all of them in there. And of course, the ones where I do the voiceover are the most, they're about 85 or so, but the in-class are less than that. But that's how you can access those, just in case that comes up, because unfortunately, I think Canvas is closed after the semester is closed. And even if you have questions about that stuff, or, you know, want to reach out, just shoot me a text and I send you a link, and it's easy to do that as well. So that was that. I really appreciate all the kind words that I got in, that you spoke in the Padlets. It's very nice to, you know, hear that a lot of you seem to have learned something this semester, and it wasn't just boring anatomy class where you have to sit there and only do homework. You also have to do some squats, right? I want to make sure that you reach out to me if you find the grading to be iffy. Make sure don't be, there's a lot of things, and I go over and over them again in my grade book, but I'm sure I miss one or two or something like that. I have all the assignments open till the end of this week, till the Friday is the end of this week. So be aware of that too. it's not the weekend. Canvas closes Friday midnight, and that's the end for me as well. I can't grant you access after that. So we do the best we can till then. Make sure you do all the questionnaire, make sure you do the tests. If you do ship me a couple of coloring things over, you can take a picture, send it to me via text or via Pronto, and I can put it into the grade book until the weekend. I think Sunday night I have to put the grades in or something like that. But try to finish all of that up as much as you can. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. But also look at the grades in case, the assignments, in case I did make a mistake somewhere or you have questions. Just reach out. Don't be shy about that. All right. Any comments that you guys have to how the class went?
Do you teach any other courses? I don't know if you answered this already.
Yeah, no, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm still focused on trying to make this as good as I can make it. And then, and so no, I don't teach any other courses, unfortunately. But there's many other good professors, especially, once you get into the higher anatomy, you're probably going to be more in class again in the fall, particularly. And that might be a good time because you can have cadaver access and things like that at Merit. So that's kind of cool.
Is there a specific, not a specific, but do you recommend, like you said, some good professors. So if we can, once we continue with anatomy and biology, I think my next one is Bio 2 or 20 or something like that.
Yeah,
So,
either 2 or 20. The 2 is the anatomy, straight anatomy, which is followed by the Bio 4, which is straight physiology.
okay.
And I used to teach the physio only taught twice, but the anatomy I taught for many years. And that fits very, very well together with how we structured the class in here. And then the 20A and then 20B is a 2-semester combined anatomy physiology. So you learn a bit of both as you go through it. So they're both very, very good classes. I think in the hierarchy, the Bio 2-4 is a couple extra units or something like that. So it's a little bit more rigorous.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
And then if you have questions on who professors, it's actually not even that everybody still teaches. That was a few years ago. So I'm not totally sure, but there is many good professor. I got McRae, I got, I can't even, Maria. Just, if you find somebody that you want to ask me, just shoot me a text.
Okay, yeah.
If that's a person that I know, I'm not going to say, oh, this is not a good teacher, but I'm going to tell you which one I know that I find or that I know of, or Nancy Rausch are also very good in class, very experienced. Some of them are very experienced teachers. So, reach out on that.
Will do.
No problem.
Yeah, will do. Thank you so much.
Any other questions or comments before we move on a little bit? No? Well, that's good thing. So then actually what I want to do real quick again, go into the sharing screen. Let me know if you can see it. Where is my sharing stuff? And essentially, actually, it should be open now. Let me see. We go into student view and look at, you can kind of think back of all the stuff you've been doing. It's been a lot. All these weeks that we've gone through. And now we're all the way at the bottom here. And I think the exam should be open for you as well. Yeah, the test is open now. And so you can take it as of now if you want. And then again, be very mindful of the 27th. That's Friday. So that's 5 days. Look at the even gives you the days. We got 65 questions. We got 3 hours on it. So you can have plenty of time, I think, and hope. We got the first 25 questions are from the review sheet material. So if we go quickly into that. We're going back down all the way down. Test review. And I've mentioned it many times. This is for most of you just a review, but the first 25 questions come from these sheets, and these sheets are all the concepts that I want you to know in this third part spelled out. So this should be very helpful for the first 25 questions. make sure you print that out if you can. Then the next questions are the anatomy terminologies that we've worked on heavily, with the labeling and coloring sheets. And those you can find all of those. Oh, I pressed it on this list here, the term list. Make sure you click here and print that out if you can. If you can, or take a screenshot and have it on a different device or something like that. But all the terms on those 26 through 65 number questions are from this list. And as I told you before, they are not fill in the blank this time, they are multiple choice. So that should make it much easier. That's it. So if you have questions, reach out to me. It should be self-graded. So you should see the score right afterwards. If you feel like it's goofy, give me a shout. But that's about it from that situation. Any questions to that? Well, then it's as clear as mud, I guess, or hopefully a little bit clearer than the last but not least thing that I just always try to be asking if you guys could go on to the ratemyprofessor.com if you feel like the class was good and helpful, and mention what you liked, especially since the online format is new, if that was interesting or good for you, and the integration stuff. I've been working on those in the last few semesters, because I do, of course, like to make the class available to as many students as possible, because I think it is as important as possible that we know about our body, and so that we can take good care of it and also make good medical decisions if you need to do those. Okay. Good. I said what I need to say. Any last thoughts or questions on your end? And we can close it out.
No, I just thought the class was really great. It was really easy to learn everything, and all the illustrations were super fun. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to taking the test, seeing how much of the stuff I can retain on my own and what I need to like use my notes for.
There you go, right? And you can actually do that like that a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also want to make sure if we stay in contact after the class with that medical drawing stuff. That's
Oh,
yeah. That'd be cool.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Anybody else?
Is there any way you could go over the answer to number 14 on the quiz from last week?
Mm-hmm. Which quiz is it?
The reproductive system.
Okay, these two. Repro here. Which one?
Number 14.
Number 14. So that's the second to the last or something, right? So it's 16, 15, 14. The uterus?
Okay.
That one?
No, it was the one. Can you go up? I'm so sorry.
No, that's all right. I can count them down too. They just don't show up as numbers on my edit.
The hormone secreting gland. The one that your arrow is on.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Let's see if I made a mistake here.
Yeah,
Is that the answer?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you spell a different way?
No, I put like every other answer except for that one.
Oh, okay. Because sometimes it's, with the spelling, I have to put every little spelling in that it can thought of being spelled. And so every little, thing counts on those, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay, but that cleared that up?
Yes, that was, I didn't get that one. And I wanted to know it before the test.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's good. That's why we're doing these questionnaires, because they're marinating the information that way. Good.
Excuse me if I can get in there real quick.
Uh-huh.
So let me see. I don't know why I don't have my video. There I am. Hey, so I was looking at the term list that you gave us, right? And on the spinal cord, there's a term right at the bottom, the last one, it says the filum terminal.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea what that is or where it is. I don't have it on my labeling. I don't have it on
Yeah.
nothing
Let's see.
that I can find.
Yeah, what did I do? Hold on. Let me pull up that, is it on the list and not in the, is it also in the text, in the module, or did I take it out of the module? Do you know?
When I went back to the labeling assignment to look if it was on the list, I don't think it was on the list for the spinal cord.
Okay, so there's, you would think, even after reading it so many times, I don't miss a couple of terms or so, but there's always something missing somewhere.
It's all good.
So that's the spinal cord here.
Yeah, and there's the filum, FILU.
Look, I have it. No,
Oh, it is there.
So let's see. So when you take the spinal cord,
I could have swore I must have been. I don't know what I was
take
looking
the
at.
spinal cord here.
Okay.
So you got the bottom comes down. Let me go up a little bit. So here you see how the cord itself comes to a tip. So
Yeah.
this is from the back. You're looking in from the back. We're taking off the spinous part, the back part of the vertebra, and we look right onto the spinal cord. And so this is about L2-ish, where that is, L1, 2-ish. And then that's the end of the spinal cord, because as we grow, nervous tissue doesn't grow as much as skeletal tissue. And so the spinal cord might start down here as we are being born, but it pulls it up over time as we grow up. And so underneath that, you only have nerves, and all the nerves go down and they come out on the sides. And this nerve bundle is called the cauda equina. And then you got that so far, guys?
Yeah, we got it.
And so this here is the conus medullaris, this tip, that would be that one. And then this is the cauda equina. And then down here you have we go back to the skins, the protective layers of the brain. We talked in there about the pia mater, the arachnoid mater, and the dura mater. Remember that a little bit?
Yeah.
Those coverings around the brain. And the innermost covering is right laying on the brain itself, and that's known as the pia mater. That's like the shiny film when if you can take a heart out of something too, it's a shiny film on top. That's just so that last protective layer before the muscle, and here's before the brain tissue or the spinal cord tissue, because these layers are around that too. And so when the pia mater comes down here and the tip closes, the pia mater is like an empty sac that kind of goes down and anchors all the way into the tip of the coccyx from where we were born, basically, where it held it in place. And so it's a tissue. When you open the spinal cord freshly, I've seen it once, it's embedded in fluid, in cerebrospinal fluid, and it's very shiny and it glitters like it's a little like pearly the way it looks. And the other ones, the nerves coming down, are sort of dull looking because there's no nervous tissue, it absorbs the light differently. And so that's known as the filum terminale, the terminal filum. A filum is like a thin sheet of tissue. And it's that pia mater that stays behind, so to speak. But what it does, it anchors that spinal cord into that place nicely, and it doesn't just flop around because of that.
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
Long answer, sorry.
No, it's fine. No, I needed the explanation because I have no idea how I missed it. I did, but now I got it, so I'm ready. Definitely ready now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you guys too. All right, anybody else before we close it out? Speak now. Well, good, then we're all good. So also though, feel free to reach out after we're done with this class. Don't be shy if you have questions. I'm here for those questions in terms of the class, but of course also in terms of biomechanics if interested. And with that, you were a wonderful class, and I really enjoyed the semester, and I'm really grateful you helped me be part in the process of creating the class and making it hopefully a little better than last time it was. Good. All right. With that, have a wonderful time.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Professor. Have a good summer.
Thank you. Thank you for
Good
coming.
time. Keep in touch. Keep in touch.